Hey you guys, so to start our self-care week off, I thought I would do sharing a little bit about a project that we're working on. You guys can see this like hideous old fence in back of me. Zach and I have been working on it now for like a day. We'll work on it all day today. And I'll show you guys the resultant beauty on the other side in a minute when I'm done. But I just wanted to share with you guys as I was getting ready this morning my thought about the fact that this project is like a great analogy for our lives and self-care. And this is what I feel like we look like when we stop taking time, right? So when we don't do things like work out or eat well or take time to meditate or go do a girl's day or do puzzles if that's your stick or read or listen to music. This is kind of what we get down, like a busted old fence, right? And it no longer does its job, right? Because it doesn't keep things out. Look at how rotted and grody this is, right? So I want you to be thinking about this is sort of our analogy for the week, that when we begin to break things down, right? Handing my like wieldy axe here. I haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna today because I can, right? But we have like rakes and we've got like hammers and we've got drills and so we have the proper tools to do this job, right? And so this week hopefully we'll talk about the proper tools to do your self-care, and part of that's being in this community. And so I'm super excited to kind of get us kicked off, but I wanted to show you guys, right, like this awesome analogy and how we have the ability to go in and bust this all down and rebuild something completely new for ourselves. And we get the chance to do that anytime we feel like we need to do it. And I hear people say, you know, like, I don't have time or whatever. And I'm thinking, right, do you know how embarrassing this is, you guys? I want to talk a minute about how loving our neighbors are, that like we haven't gotten any notes. They probably like drive by our old girl's fence, right? And they're too sweet and generous to say anything to us. But this was an eyesore, right? This adds to their dis-ease, maybe. Even looking out their window and seeing our gross fence. And so what we do, how we take care of those things affects other people, right? So this might not add to my neighbor's pleasure. I'm sure it doesn't. It certainly didn't add to mine. It was embarrassing. And so I think when we think about the importance of like our self-care affects others as well, right? Not just us. So for those people that have kids and they're like, I don't know how to do this, everything we do affects not just us and our enjoyment, our ease and our health, but it affects other people's. And so I want you to be thinking about that. Like I said, like, right? This like either is going to add to our well-being as a family and add to the well-being of our like friends and our neighbors, or it's kind of like broken down piece of whatever, right? And so it's so awesome to be getting this project done and to look out in our yard and enjoy this rather than being like, oh my God. And it's a task and it weighed on us. Zach is behind the camera right now and I know he would agree. Every time we looked at it, it was like, that is so gross, that's so embarrassing. And it was just this awful big task ahead of us. And so I'm really proud of us for finally like digging in and getting it done. And I think like how much better we both feel about it looking out in the yard and like, oh my God, this is like so much better, is incredible, right? But it took time and it took big truck, the time and energy that it took away from our enjoyment. And not taking care of ourselves takes away from our enjoyment, you guys. And so I'm super excited you're here. This week, we're gonna rebuild your fence. We're gonna make it enjoyable and beautiful. We're gonna add to other people's well-being by increasing and enhancing ours. And so what I'm gonna do, you guys, is then I'll just walk you guys over to the parts that Zach and I have finished. You guys can see, right? Like how much better this looks. Like this is so much prettier, you guys, right? It looks brand new and it's clean and the lines are awesome. And now there's not big gaping holes in it. We don't have to be scared our pets will get out of it. So it's funny and it sounds goofy, but I really want to talk about how I think that's so important. It is a perfect analogy for all of our self-care and the things we do in our lives, right? We don't want a broken down fence, right? That's not really doing its job anymore. It's worn out, it's moldy and broken down in bits and pieces. We want this like really sturdy beauty to back us up all the time. And this is the backbone of our wellness, right? Everything good starts with us. And I talked about that. This week is all going to be about the goodness that is taking care of ourselves. So you guys, we're going to hit it hard this week. I hope you guys are showing up with just as much awesome energy as you guys did last time. And for those of you that are new, welcome, welcome. This is a little bit of how I roll. So let's work on our fences this week, guys. Thanks so much.